I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. I would love to be a homemaker and a wife. I would love to be able to live on a homestead and go milk my cow and take the eggs out of the chicken coop and have one baby in the belly and on my hip and another toddler coming behind me. That's like my dream, but I can't do that because the way the economy is set up is I'm forced to work. I'm forced to get an education, a higher education, a college degree in order to make enough money that I can be financially independent and afford my own home or my own rent or my own gas or my own groceries, my own insurance. And it's extremely difficult to do that.
Exactly. They are realizing that no job would ever be as good as a family's comfort.
And it's very isolating as a woman when you have to do all of that all on your own and you can't find somebody that you can outsource some of those chores and financial responsibilities like you would with a spouse.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
So no, being a single working woman is the worst thing ever. I hate it. I would go back to the 1950s in a second just so I wouldn't have to deal with this.
You're talking about a traditional nuclear family where the woman doesn't work in a married household with kids.
And statistically, that was the case.
You're a single woman who isn't married with kids yet. Like,
yeah, so I'm for it because of the way it is. Most women were married by the age of 21 up until the 1970s.
I think it's a woman's choice. Before that, it was societally encouraged to marry young.
Yeah, and it was better for women mental health.
It was a good choice back then to marry young, between the ages of 18 to 22. But right now, many people wait it out until it's too late.
Wise, long-term, to be able to go into that long-term committed relationship and have the established family instead of being forced to slave away for a corporation that doesn't like you, doesn't care about you, makes you sit under fluorescent lights for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You get a lunch break, you get health insurance, but do you have somebody who loves you staring at you every day like your child? No.
I'll admit that she made some great arguments. You can't have everything at the same time. I know quite a few women in their mid-40s, divorced or never married without kids, regretting their past.
Wasted 10 years on feminism and woke culture. And
when did you realize that it was a lie?
Probably like a year ago.
A year ago.
That's the problem.
What made you like realize?
And it's interesting. Like I started really listening to Andrew Tate's like long form content.
Yeah, nice.
And understanding truly what he meant.
Yeah.
And it really changed everything for me.
Okay.
How I viewed men and women and relationships.
So you think the biggest lie of feminism was a lie, I guess?
Yeah.
I salute her for at least having an open mind and seeing the truth.
Men should never hit a woman.
Why not?
That's just f***ed up.
What? Why?
Why should a man hit a woman?
To protect himself.
Oh man, this is a lot.
What do you mean?
I just disagree with your viewpoints.
Why?
That you think a man should hit a woman?
Should a woman hit him? Yes, I do.
I don't think violence is the answer to anything.
I agree violence is never the answer, but no one should hit anyone. Whatever she might feel, she has no right to hit the man because then he will need to defend himself, and it could end poorly.
No, in protection, he's self-defense. Let's say a woman, he shouldn't just go around hitting her just for no reason.
Yeah.
But let's say that, should women hit men?
No.
Right. So if a woman should hit a man, shouldn't he smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a girl.
Well, she doesn't know that?
If that was the case, she wouldn't choose violence.
But I just think that's unfair.
So if a woman smack a man, what should he do?
He probably deserved it, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, you want to play this game? Let's go.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
And doesn't she deserve to be smacked back if she should hit him?
She's a girl. Guys should not hit girls.
But girls should hit guys?
I never said that, no.
But if they do, the guy shouldn't smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because guys shouldn't hit girls.
Why?
Because that's just unfair.
Well, how?
Because girls are tender and beautiful creatures that should not be hit.
But don't they know that before they hit the man, that they can't handle it?
I don't know.
She didn't think that through. It's simple. If you want people to treat you good, treat them good. And the opposite is true.
You describe yourself as a feminist.
Yes.
Do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman being a feminist is just doing whatever you want to do.
Apparently, doing everything without knowing what you're doing.
And not being bashed by society for that.
Well, I'm just asking you, you said that men should pay immediately, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, if you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
Her reasoning doesn't even make sense.
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through, like, yes, in society, like, fixing that, and through, like, the system, but, yeah, I don't, oh my god.
Hold on,
you just like, ugh.
Try to keep a straight face. Try to keep a straight face, John.
Sometimes people make things up when they don't know what they're saying.
No, I'm done talking.
Woman's value that she adds to a man is something that you cannot even put a price on, baby. It is something that you cannot even look at the amount, because guess what? What we're doing is we're elevating you and we're growing you in a way that you could not even imagine.
The very last man you was with, how long was that relationship?
Screaming in an argument doesn't make you sound right. It just annoys others around you.
3.5 years.
When you met him, was he a millionaire?
No.
When you left him, was he a millionaire?
No.
You ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of these women talk about what they could do for a man and how good they are. Y'all ain't made nobody
Just because you didn't make someone a millionaire doesn't mean you didn't make them nothing. I know you're smarter than that.
She just said that a partner needs to make their men something better. And now she said they don't need to do that. She's contradicting herself.
You're not bringing nothing to the table but problems, attitude, and taint, tarnished, and zesty.
I don't know.
So check your attitude. No, check your attitude.
It doesn't matter what you bring to the table as long as you have a good attitude, because a bad one will make people no longer want to talk to you.
Be walking around saying that you're equal with men, you have equality with them, but at the same time necessarily having to appeal to them for that equality, which it makes it contradictory, right? How do you appeal to the thing for equality while at the same time saying that you're equal?
So you think that the fact that women have to appeal to men for their equality means that there shouldn't be an attempt at like an egalitarian society?
Well, what is the attempt? It would be an illusion, right? Men can just collectively take it away, but women cannot do that to the opposition. Only men can. So men can take away men's rights, and men can take away women's rights, and men can give men rights, and men can give women rights, but women can't give men rights nor take men's rights away.
That is mind-blowing.
To be a boss chick. I'm 26.
Okay.
Currently single. So, I mean, you were explaining to women that they are wasting their years being a boss chick. Why can't I build my life the way I want it without potentially just being a side chick?
What do you want?
A husband eventually.
Eventually when?
Definitely before I hit 30.
So in 3 years, 8 months or so, you want to have a husband?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How many children do you want to have?
I want 2 children.
Right. And after you're pregnant and married with your first child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
I do not. I would prefer to be
cool.
taking care of my kids.
Okay, so by your calculations, what the need to be a boss for if you're going to be a stay-at-home wife?
Exactly. She is building something that she herself wants to end when making a family. So according to that logic, why go all that way?
After marriage, you don't want to hit a lick. You want to stay at home and raise your kids. That means he has to pay the bills. Then what are you the boss for? What is it doing for the bottom line for the family?
So you'll fight for equality if said equality benefits women, but not if it doesn't. Not if it doesn't.
The audacity here is crazy.
Yeah. So take, for example, the right to vote. Women, for a period of time, I mean, it's a very small period of time when we're looking at it, but for a period of time, men had the right to vote, women didn't. And well, the reason why that is because men had responsibilities. Chiefly, in order for you to be able to vote as a man, you had to be subject to military conscription. Women never had that responsibility. But
they never had that option. Not responsibility.
That's a privilege.
Option.
That's a privilege to not go to the Argonne forest in France in 1917.
He is absolutely correct. Not being able to go to war at that time was a delicacy.
And go get chemical gas by the Germans.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
We're biased, we're women.
He got them good on that one.
Do you believe we're in a transitional phase between women being old-fashioned and being independent?
Yes, we're already there.
If so, what are we transitioning to?
Feminism.
I hope we're transitioning to women and men being equal.
We're transitioning into a lot of women being cat ladies.
At least cats are finding more owners.
Do you think a woman would be welcomed at a women's march if she's pro-life or has traditional values?
Nope.
So do feminists really care
Not
about all
nowadays.
women or just the women who agree with them?
Feminists do not care about women.
It cares about nothing, unfortunately.
So is it really about women's choice?
No, because it's not allowing each individual woman to decide for herself. It's not respecting each individual woman. It's conforming to a propaganda.
In general,
Or
it's handling
like,
do I
wouldn't you
want
expect
somebody
that from your partner, or from a man
from
in
my
general?
partner?
From a man in
the way
general, would
that-
you expect that?
Not from just any old man, because
Why not?
If he don't owe him.
I feel like
That's true.
That's
just
like
being
that's
like
what I
we
would
saying,
want.
a person,
But I would
though.
expect it from a man. Like, let's say, okay, something so simple like opening the door for you. Like, I would expect that from a man. Like, I don't expect a man to cross in front of me and just keep walking. Like,
As a man, I would just mind my own business and help the people I know. And that's it.
I guess for
This
me,
nigga
I
just- he
don't
ain't shit.
hold expectation to just anybody. If you're not my partner or my friend or things like that, and we don't have that basis of a relationship, then me expecting anything from another person is kind of
that's
stupid.
right. That's great, but we living in real life. Like, real life.
That is real life, but that's a sentiment. That's something that you want from somebody. You want to feel that. You want to feel that from a man, but they don't really owe you nothing.
Exactly. We can't expect things from people we do not know.
I don't want to feel nothing. All I'm saying is I expect it, because as a man, my view as a man is, you're going to be a man. You're going to protect.
I don't think I will.
The entire population is 370,000. So over 25% of the population went on strike. And I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal. The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike.
What the fuck?
And men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality.
That must have been a good day. We don't need men. Also, where are the men? Why aren't they helping us? It's very simple. Men are choosing who they are chivalrous to. Our body, our choice.
Look, I have a kid. I used to be like that until I had my kid. Now that I have my kid, like, I might be this, oh, I'm a boss bitch, da, da, da. But deep down in my heart, I would do absolutely anything to be at home and be like always with my child.
There you go.
But unfortunately,
And have a man protecting you. Stop acting like, stop leaving out the man part. Right. Because for you to be home with your child, that means you got a man home
Exactly, yeah,
protecting you.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, he's right.
When a woman gives birth, she wants to spend time raising her child. And that's where the husband comes in and helps provide. And without him, she'd have to do both things and eventually burn out.
And that's hard, like, but unfortunately, since I'm by myself, I gotta hustle, you know. But I would do anything to have a man like.
There it is, the raw truth.
Feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like, I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that?
It all comes from parenting. If a girl grows up with a healthy relationship with her father, she will learn to respect other men.
Feminism has definitely ruined all of that, where it comes to men being men. Men step up. I don't know if you guys saw that article that there was some girl that was drowning and the guy saved her life, and then he was like, she was going to sue him for touching her.
That man risked his life to save her, and she wanted to sue him for doing so. Can you imagine that?
It's like, oh, he touched me without my consent. You were under the water, you were dying. Like, he literally saved your life. And she's like, well, for a brief moment, I was grateful that I was alive. This is why men don't step up, because when they do the right thing,
Nick, could you search
they
for
get
that
crucified.
It is sadly true. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.